Alright guys, we're back on Broad Bandits TV once again, and we're back on Battlefield. We can't get away from this game, it's so good. So we're just gonna go straight in Team Deathmatch. And let's get right into it. I've missed it. So again, I'm using Restream. Let me switch the screen, that'd be gone better. Using Restream again to stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Oh. Let's get out here. Just as I came off FIFA there, when I was streaming earlier there, one of the guys started to go into FIFA, so I was going to actually stay on FIFA, but wanted a wee game of this. And it's Team Deathmatch Tuesday. We've done this last week as well. Oh, it came right round the corner, didn't it? Who's that desperate to kill us? Oh shit. Yeah, see you go.
Their side is in the lead.
Kill him then. Big guy coming at your back. That's it.
Their side is in the lead. The enemy is in the lead.
Oh. There's a wee guy. Oh. Right, come over here, mate. Give some help. Where is the enemy? We're just standing here doing nothing. I'll get out of my way.
Halfway there, we need to push harder.
The guy just hanging there. Oh. Uh-huh. I can't even see right, you know. Where'd that wee guy go? It's a bit boring up there. Need to try something different. Oh, what? I should have just stayed where I was. Let's go, wee man. Let's go. hear footsteps, but can't see him just yet. Oh. Or somebody's gonna come up the back and stab us. I'm still here, mate.
The enemies have almost won.
Gonna have to come and get me. Shit. Come on, where's my teammates? Oh! I knew somebody was gonna come back and get us. Well, the guys here, and I've only managed one kill. I don't know what it is, but this gun is just not doing anything for me anymore. This is the one I've been using for a while now. But it's time to try something different. There's going to be somebody coming up here.
A sentry kit is available near your location.
There's going to be wee guys coming up the ladders. Get me, man, get him. Shit. That'd be good in virtual reality, actually. Oh, no relief, shit, you're the one that's getting killed. Let's go, wee man. That's main guy. Let's go. There's going to be somebody there. Oh shit. Let's just go and get them. That's the main guy. Keeping up. Oh, they got defeated. Oh. Right, well, hopefully do better in the next round. So guys, we're streaming on Restream, well, we're not streaming on Restream, we're streaming on Twitch and YouTube, but we're using Restream to do it at the same time, because I've been just using OBS to stream to YouTube, and just try to see if this works a wee bit better for the two. Because I could easily just keep streaming to YouTube and then download the video and then transfer it to Twitch because they're doing uploads now, but it's a bit too much hassle. You could just do the two of them at the same time. So hopefully it's alright quality as well. Streaming at 720p 60 frames per second, but I don't know if Twitch is going to let us go that much because we're not partnered, but we'll soon find out once it's kind of processed and that. I'll check back later. So we're just going to play a couple of games of this and then that'll be us, and I'm back to work tomorrow, so up early. So you can follow us on Twitter, Broadbandits TV, or you can subscribe to us on YouTube, Broadbandits TV. I've not actually got the URL yet, but because I've not got enough subscribers, I've just kind of started doing this. And then Twitch is Broadbandits as well, so just click subscribe or follow or like or whatever, and aye. We're going to do more videos. We've got FIFA and we've got Grand Theft Auto and Battlefield, and we've got a few games for the retro collection that I bought for the 360. We've got the Metal Gear Solid HD collection. What else have we got? We've got Bully, we've got Manhunt, we've got GoldenEye. I bought that because I actually bought it in N64 a couple of years ago, just for that game, and then I sold it on for like treble the amount that I got it for. And then I bought an Xbox 360 last year, and I seen you could get the HD version of it, so I can't wait to play that. I've not actually touched it yet, so I'll be bringing all that out as well for a wee bit of retro stuff. But today we're on the Xbox One, and it's Battlefield 1. Team Deathmatch, just a few games of this, quick 10-minute games each. So here we go, just about to start again, so we'll change back to this screen. Let's go. I thought I was going to change this gun, but we'll just see how it goes in this. It's usually no bad for this map.
The enemy is in the lead.
Let's go. Let's go over there. Like to see what's happening first. There's a wee guy up on the roof already. Spotted me. I need to come and try and get round the back here. But somebody was chasing me though. Guys, I've got the restream chat up as well, but I don't know if it actually works. I've just connected it up and all that, so we'll see how that pans out as well. Aye. Oh, they're up on the roof. So, time to get this. Oh, yeah. Got a wee guy creeping about in the roof there. Can get him. Nice. We didn't kill him, but we swindled him.
Enemy team is in the lead.
Right, let's try and creep up the back here. Got a teammate following us. Let's go up here. Let's go up here and see who's about. Right, we're alright there. We're alright.
Return to the combat area.
Let's go on.
Return to the combat area.
There might be somebody up here.
Return to the combat area.
Let's check. Oh. Shit. Oh, that was for nothing. Not even hitting him. Get out of here. Let's find the cover first for us. Attempt anything. Oh, too much. They're coming.
Halfway there. We need to push harder.
Oh shit. Need to see that guy. Oh, he's got the sentry kit. Ah. Sedge round. Yep. I got up here. Shit. Just not been my day at all today. There's a wee guy in our team up there. Let's get out of here. Just try and sneak up and this way. Might still think we're up there.
The enemies have all
Oh man, I heard the footsteps. Ah, that's why I'm wearing earphones, headphones, to hear stuff like that, but I wasn't paying attention. Got you back, you scumbag. Old sniper getting us again. Let's go over this side, see if we can get us any more joy. Right. There's a wee guy up here. We're creeping. Ah, shit. Oh, I'm definitely thinking about ditching this gun. Served me well, but I think it's time to try something different. Oh my god, another defeat. That's no good, is it? So again guys, you can join us on YouTube, Broad Bandits TV, and Twitter, Broad Bandits TV, and Twitch, Broad Bandits. We're everywhere, so you can get in touch with us, or you can tune in, like, subscribe, follow, whatever. And we'll make more videos, hopefully with different games, because we always seem to come back to this. But it's so good. I can't wait for the new maps to come out. Right. Let's see how we did. I don't think we've done too good there. 2 kills. 2-6, wow. That's been an embarrassing day like that. Right, Argonne Forest. This is a no bad map. I like the Team Deathmatch version yet. I don't like the Conquest version. Don't know why I like Team Death. I think it's just, I think Conquest is a bit too mental sometimes. So is Operations. Operations is worse. Seems to be like just full on action. You don't get time to do anything. But this, you kinda you get a chance to rack up the kill, and you can actually rank up quite quick in Team Deathmatch. Obviously, if you play enough games, but it's fun. So we'll make this the last round then, and then we'll go and check the stream quality, and if it's good enough, we'll just keep using Restream. If not, we'll just alternate between YouTube and Twitch, and see what's the best for us. Both of them are obviously amazing for streaming, but the two of them have got kind of pros and cons as well, but hopefully Restream works for both and works well. Right, here we go. We're just waiting for one more player, and then we can start the game quickly. And I've got another guy in the mic. He's just whistling. If he wants to do that, that's fine. Might you just mute him if he gets too annoying. Right, here we go. We're on. Let's go. Straight down here.
The enemies have struck first.
And he's even killing that guy. Right, let's head it.
The enemy is in the
Let's go. Somebody's coming. That's my own guy. Shit. Ah, payback. Ah, shit. Okay, coming through. See who's up here. There's a wee guy there, he can deal with him. We'll check up here. Cover this bit. Right. There's a guy coming, I didn't even see him there. You're alright. I come up here and nobody comes in that wee bit to get killed.
Our side is in the lead.
I know it's pretty boring sitting up here just now, but just hoping somebody comes through.
Enemy team is in the lead.
There's a flame trooper.
Their side is in the lead.
Let's go. Nothing happened here, I bet you get killed instantly. Look at that. I jump off and somebody comes down instantly. Keeping... Let's go. Where did he go? Surprise, motherfucker. I need to heal.
Halfway there.
Let's go.
We need to push harder.
Well, that'll be guys up there. Here, mate.
Their side is in the lead. Our team is in the lead.
Shit. Into enemy territory. Right, it's close. Very close. Let's go. In the back.
A flame trooper kit is available near your location.
Big guy coming. Here he comes.
The enemy is in the lead. Our side is in the lead.
Ah, shit. I knew that big guy was coming, but I didn't know what to do about it.
Our side is in the lead.
God, it's so close.
We have almost won.
Let me go that far. Let's see if we can get him there. No. There we go. There we go, they're up here now. Wow. Right, we're nearly won. Let's get around here. Shit. Oh, can I get it in time? Sometimes it's a pain with this gas mask. Shit. Die. Oh shit. Gunfire coming from everywhere. We got a victory in the end. Oh god. Right guys, that's us. Thanks for tuning in, and as I say, we're just really testing out the restream app, but we thought we'd just play a couple of games of Team Deathmatch there. So hopefully it went well, and we'll continue to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time in the future, hopefully. And we can get everything set up properly. So again, thanks for watching, and have a great night. And remember, you can watch our previous streams. Wait a minute. Oh, I get the best kill death ratio. Wow. So yeah, you can watch our previous streams down below here, and remember to like the channel, subscribe and all that, and thanks for watching, and take care, and we'll see you next time in Broadbands. Cheers, bye bye.